It's Monday, October 19th, 2015, and this is What Did I Miss? The show that finds everything that was interesting on the internet today so that you don't have to. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. For those of you who have been here, thanks for sticking around. If you like what I do here and want to show your support, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and please share the video with everyone you know. Without further ado,
let's do this.
This first story has me morally perplexed. Westboro Baptist Church is planning to picket outside of Kim Davis's workplace because of her multiple marriages. Westboro is claiming that Kim Davis's current marriage is considered adultery because her first marriage ended in divorce. They say it doesn't matter the number of years between the two, it's still a sin. They're also claiming that her multiple marriages are an act that in their eyes is just as bad as homosexual marriage, which if you remember, is the whole reason anyone's even talking about Kim Davis to begin with. Here is why I'm so morally perplexed. Kim Davis is a terrible person. The Westboro Baptist Church is the worst gathering of people in modern society in the United States. For Westboro Baptist Church to call out Kim Davis on her multiple marriages is amazing because they can see through to the hypocrisy, but at the same time, they're the worst gathering of people in modern society in the United States. It still pisses me off that they get protected because they claim to be a church. They are a cult. No church in the history of the world has protested funerals. At least none that I know of. Why is the Westboro Baptist Church still a thing? Either way, they're both terrible and should be punched in the face to the end of time. Moving on! Pepsi is jumping into the tech industry. They have developed a marketing campaign that seems a bit out of their realm. In conjunction with another company, Pepsi will develop and distribute a new Android smartphone, but the phone will only be available in China. It seems like a decent mid-level smartphone and it'll cost about $200, but no, Pepsi is not getting into the business of making phones or other tech. They only wish to better connect with their customers in China on a more personal level. This campaign is similar to when they introduced Crystal Pepsi and the Pepsi Man video game. So would you buy a Pepsi brand phone? Or are you more of a Coca-Cola person? Let me know in the comments below. Hashtag Coke for life. And there's a silver lining to everything news. A California couple called off their wedding, and rather than the food go to waste, the bride's family thought it would be better suited in the stomachs of the homeless. The bride's mother, Carrie Duane, invited the homeless people of Sacramento for a $35,000 meal at the Citizen Hotel. The non-refundable event was prepaid for about 120 people, and the family ended up hosting about 90 homeless people, including singles, families, and even some with small children. The meal consisted of salad, appetizers, salmon, and tri-tip. Though it wasn't explained why the wedding was called off, the former bride-to-be and her mother are headed to Belize, which was also a prepaid, non-refundable honeymoon. Though this seems like a terrible situation for anyone looking forward to saying I do, it's also an amazing opportunity to give those that are clearly less fortunate a day that they won't soon forget. In Science's awesome news! A new discovery with fructose could lead to treatments for cancer, obesity, and diabetes. Stockholm University scientists have been studying how sugar is transported into the body's cells, and in regards to the specific sugar fructose, they found a single protein called GLUT5 that allows fructose to be transported through cell membranes. The protein is being described as a gatekeeper. While it allows fructose, it blocks other, healthier proteins. If researchers can better understand why fructose is being assisted by GLUT5, then they can better understand diseases that are associated with high sugar consumption. The example given was that breast cancer has a greater metabolic requirement for sugar. If a drug could be developed to shut down the protein that delivers the sugar, you could essentially starve the cancer cells that require that very same sugar. This last story is coming from Chicago, and it sounds like something from a dystopian, futuristic science fiction novel. Homan Square is a warehouse used by police to detain and interrogate suspects. There is no discernible front door. There is no phone number that can be found to call the warehouse. It is equipped with floodlights, cameras, and razor wire. And it has now been revealed that since the operation of the facility, nearly 7,000 people have been detained off the books, while lawyers describe the place as a game of find your client. Clients are refused phone calls, right to counsel, and are held for hours or even days while prosecutors fish for statements, all the while forcing lawyers to wait outside until their client is available. Police have only allowed lawyers to see less than 1% of the 7,000 people arrested in the past 11 years. Attorneys have said that the warehouse resembles nothing similar to a police station. There are no public records for anyone's presence at Homan Square, nor are there any booking records that are generated from the warehouse. Arrestees that have been to Homan Square claim that there is pressure from police to become informants, and that they were denied phone calls to relatives and attorneys. The records of those detained but not ultimately charged are not available as well, because they are also not documented. One man that was arrested in 2013 stated that he eventually did get access to a lawyer, but once he left, he was still pressured by officers stating, "Do you want to help yourself?" The man said no, and that if they had further questions, then he required his lawyer to come back. The officer then called him a smartass. I have no idea what to say about this thing. I don't understand how a facility like this is part of the judicial process. Did they not think criminals would talk? Did they not think that lawyers would talk? Everyone is entitled to due process. We've established these laws to protect people. And a facility like this laughs in the face of a process that's meant to give people the right to defend themselves. What do you guys think? I don't even know what questions to ask you guys. Maybe we can just discuss the whole thing in the comments below. And that's all I have for today. If you want to learn more about anything I talked about, links are in the description below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you could, please share the video with all of your friends. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow when you ask yourself, what did I miss?